Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a lovely Rolex A series Oyster Perpetual Explorer 2 16570. This is an A series stainless steel timepiece with dual time, automatic winding, COSC chronometer certification, and still swimmable 100-meter water resistance. Even as this emerges as a vintage timepiece, it remains an excellent daily driver. The reference 16570, part of the pre-super case generation of Explorer 2s, and if you missed the 40mm case, this is the panacea the doctor ordered. On my 16cm circumference wrist, it is a lovely watch. Black dial, you can see that it's relatively slender in profile and only 12.3mm thick, and with pivoted end link bracelet, you can see lug-to-lug a very manageable 47.6mm with a 20mm spacing between the lugs. I should also mention that the timepiece is fit with a period 78790 bracelet with 501B end links. Let's take that bracelet off the wrist and get a better sense of the timepiece. Now this is a watch from the early A series, so it represents a period when Rolex was transitioning from tritium to luminova dials. I cannot tell you whether this is a Rolex service replacement dial or the original luminova dial, because it is simply in that transitional range. What I can tell you is that the dial is all Rolex. Now the timepiece is equipped with a bracelet that has weathered the ravages of time and done so well. There is that nostalgic hollow center link, hollow end link Rolex rattle, but it's not undue play. It doesn't feel as though it's aged. It feels about as it would have felt when it left Geneva in 1998. Polished outer faces, satin finish down the tops, and then you can see all removable links even then, fixed by screws. You've got a Oyster clasp with a clamshell lock, and as you can see, the definition of the crown as well as the pseudo links embossed into the stamped component are still very sharp, so this watch has been minimally refinished. You'll also appreciate the fact that the clasp is in very good shape, and you can see it's as sharp internally as it is externally. A good looking clasp that remains solid, that remains endowed with all of its original tolerances. I'm trying to find the angle at which I can show you the reference inside the clasp. There you go. Trust but verify, I always like to say. Now, jumping back to the case, this was a different era. Later on, there would be solid lug 16570s. This is back in the era before the solid lugs. Those came about in the early 2000s. This makes it easy to change the strap if you wish to use a strap tool, and that was Rolex's original idea in providing hollow lugs. You'll also note that there is no protrusion of spring bar from these lugs, and that they remain fairly even in both their shape and volume from corner to corner and from side to side. The case band is of high polish, the lug tops are satin finished, and then you have the classic 24-hour Explorer 2 bezel. You can see that all of the original lacquer is still present and correct. The marks remain heavy and dark. This is something that's often lost in the course of excessive wear or refinishing, so you have a good indication that the watch has been well cared for. You'll also appreciate the fact that the dial is unmarked and entirely intact. White gold hands, white gold indices. As I mentioned, it is a luminova dial. Lovely black lacquer with a glossy base, and you can see the profile of the crown and crown guards. The timepiece powered by Rolex manufactured caliber 3185, automatic winding, 31 joules, 48-hour power reserve. It has a 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. The watch is 100 meters water resistant because it is not superannuated. Vintage, yes, 21 years old, but still capable of meeting its original factory test depth in a water tester, so you can wear this one with relative abandon for a vintage watch. It also has the full balance bridge architecture and a free-sprung index for shock resistance, the handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring to help the watch keep excellent time in any orientation on your wrist or dresser, and of course that is a handmade Breguet overcoil fabricated at Rolex, endowing the watch with the ability to easily meet the multi-positional timing standards of the Swiss COSC and thus gain a Swiss chronometer certificate. It is a true dual-time watch, and I'll unscrew the crown and demonstrate that you can set the 24-hour hand and the local hour hand independently of each other. You can even drive the date forward or backwards as you please as you jump across the international date line. Now, of course, if you pull the crown out all the way, you stop the seconds, and now you can move everything in sync. The black on white date disc ensures that the contrast level is high, and you will have no difficulty distinguishing the correct date through the Cyclops Eye magnifier. You can see and you can purchase this Rolex 16570 Explorer 2 Early A Series. Make it yours on the Watchbox. Rolex Explorer 2 A Series. Late 1997, early 1998.